Good afternoon, good evening to everybody, and welcome to this session on Reading Coach for Schools. My name is Meenakshi Oberoi, and I'll be hosting the session today for you. I'm really glad to see you all here, and I hope you're happy to meet me here as well. I see Suman is here with me. She's from T Pedagogics, another very, very, I think, experienced trainer with me. So I'm very glad to have her here. I will request Suman to help me keep an eye on the chat window. And I know there are more people who are joining in. I'm getting messages, but yes, we will start slow. But basic hygiene. Uh, we are going to start talking about many things, including reading coach, which is the topic for the day. But what I would really request everybody is that currently we are going to disable your mics and your cameras. However, what I'm going to request you is please use the chat window to share with us what is it that you want to, what do you think about, reading as a concept or any questions that you have on your mind, please do share with us. So while we wait for others to come in, I'll urge you to go ahead and share with us why do you think why do you think reading is extremely, I wouldn't say important, it's an essential piece in our, and we all recognize that this is an essential piece in our entire puzzle, which we are, undertaking every day in our schools. Which part of reading do you think you would want to rely on AI so that your students are learning better? So, which part of AI in reading, which part of reading would you want AI to help you with? Is my question to you. What would you like AI to do for you as far as reading is concerned? I'm going to post this poll as well in the chat window. Here you go. In the chat window, you will see that we have posted we have posted the question, what would you like AI to do for you to foster reading skill for students? You can either post your answer in the chat window or I've given you this poll. Please share your response here. Would love to hear from you. What do you think AI can do for you to help foster reading skills for students? The poll is in the chat window. Please write your responses and submit your responses there. I have one response. Wonderful. Oh, there you go. Look, responses have started pouring in reading and comprehension. Readers, oral reading, yes, so much to actually offload to AI. Go ahead, share more. I'm waiting for your responses. My question to you is, what would you like AI to do for you, that is artificial intelligence, to enable for you to foster reading skills? What is it that you think I can just give it to AI and I wish AI could do this for me? So, yes, keep those responses coming. I can see three responses have come in, and I'm sure we have more responses. Oral drilling, I know so much of rote learning in our system that we definitely need something somewhere, someone to help our students read and remember. And, also probably while I'm reading, I need to talk to somebody. Students constantly ask you questions. They need responses, they need a feedback, or they need a reaction for that matter. I think AI could do that for you. Nothing to beat that. Reading fluency, yes. Building reading fluency, absolutely right. More responses here, please. Wonderful to hear from all of you. And it's great to see how, uh, you know, how much you would want to rely on AI for this, uh, especially skills that can be transferred to AI and they can be fostered. Why not? That's something that I would definitely vouch for. More responses are coming in. Fabulous. I'm looking at the responses now, and our word cloud is just getting richer. Companion who's creative, isn't it? Really, how creative can we be as as teachers for students? I think we just need someone correct pronunciation. Absolutely, that's something that would we would leave it to AI for AI to help. Wonderful, fantastic. Keep your responses coming in. Wonderful to hear from all of you. And yes, I'm going to refer to this as your responses come in. So formally, once again. Welcome to all of you to this session on Reading Coach for Schools. It's a wonderful new update from Microsoft. I'm absolutely elated and thrilled at the opportunity, of providing students a place for them to learn on their own and more. I'm going to pause here. KM Renuji, you have actually raised your hand. If you want to say something, I'm allowing your mic now. Please say, else we'll continue. You can unmute yourself to talk, please, or you can lower your hand as you like it. Okay, looks like you don't have much to say right now. Sneha ma'am, I'm speaking. If you can't hear me, Suman ma'am, can I please request you to manage the chat window and ask them to drop out of the call and join back in so that they know that the session is on and I'm talking. For those of you who thank you. For those of you who can hear me, my name is Meenakshi Oberoi. With me, I have Suman Chawla ma'am, who is here to moderate this session with me. And today she's joined us so that she can keep an eye on the chat window and be with us here today. So, welcome. And I'm going to start by saying, I think what you would have heard before, this is nothing new, but I think it's a great reminder where we talk about what's the place of reading in our lives. I think today's reader is tomorrow's leader, and student success and confidence in life in many ways depends on the ability to read. For example, that if you recall any of the tests or exams, many a times a student will simply just call you and raise a hand to say, uh, if you could please repeat what you're saying, or if you could please explain what is written on the paper, and you're simply just repeating and deciphering that for the child. It happens many a times also because the kind of language that our question papers carry is much higher than our students' ability, and we all know that not all students in a class read at the same level, so the abilities are different. So we recognize that teachers will often look for new and effective ways to engage their students and support the learning goals of making each and every student independent learner so that they can exist and survive in the world of tomorrow. And that's why, at Microsoft, they're constantly working on these Microsoft education solutions, giving features and, providing trainings just like today, where you have access to powerful classroom teaching tools. Now, to help you streamline this, there is a complete update that I'm going to give you. I'm going to go stepwise, and this will help you enhance your students' reading skills, collaborate with them, communicate with your class, and also create more content and curriculum for your lesson plans. For example, on a particular topic, let's say you're teaching them a topic and you want more reading material. There is a lot of reading content that is already available here, and also there is on-demand content available now using AI. So that sounds like a very exciting opportunity, at least to me. Therefore, let's just dive in and see what's new in Microsoft Education. Here, I'm going to give you, take you back a little bit and then take you onwards. You all are aware, I hope you all are aware of reading progress. If you don't know about reading progress, which exists within Microsoft Teams, please drop a no, I don't know, or I'm new to this in the chat window. And I assure you that on the other side, if I have time, I will accommodate about reading progress also because there are updates over there. I'm anyway going to take you there. Yeah. So please go ahead and drop I'm new to this in the chat window if you have never heard of reading progress in Microsoft Teams. So in reading progress, there are different personas. So what they've done is they have taken a lot of reading pieces. Now, for us as teachers, to identify a piece for student to read is very difficult because I don't know what's the reading level of this child, right? So there are reading pieces that are available, which have been segregated age wise. Wonderful. I'm getting so many. I'm new to this. I'll definitely make space for this then today. Thank you. That helps me navigate through the session easier. So there is content available for early readers and K to 5. There's a separate content available for middle school, which is 6 to 8 grade. And then there are, language learners, English language learners or native speakers, non-native speakers who would want to go slower, who would want to take this help from the tool to know more about to know more about how to learn the basics of English language speaking, right? And then there is special education. There are needs, students who struggle, there are disabilities, dyslexia, dysgraphia, and more, which should be accommodated, and one can use this tool. In fact, this is one of the tools that is the strongest usage in special education. So if you have any students who need extra help or who need support, this is the tool for them. Then there are foreign languages. I wouldn't just say foreign languages, I would also include the non native speakers. For example, in our classrooms, we might have multiple students who don't speak English as a first language. And for them, they literally translate in their minds and then speak. Now, while they do that, some many things are lost in translation. Therefore, it is imperative for us that we are able to accommodate many ways in which students can their languages can be accommodated. So as I do that, I'm going to take you through multiple ways of accommodating this. And then in ninth and 10th grade, you need fluency checks. You need to know where they are in their grade level fluency. Not all students are read fluently at ninth and 10th level. And if that level you can check and give them a corrective measure, I think you've given them a life skill for that. And then there's, of course, adult literacy. Even amongst our entire school population, not only teachers or support teachers or, probably staff members, why not train everybody? Why not give them an opportunity to build on their language skills? So here's a tool that would accommodate just about anybody and everybody. Now that this tool is available as Reading Coach, it is for everyone. Therefore, I'm not just going to focus on Reading Coach for school. I'm going to show you something which literally from an early stage of being a English language learner to an advanced stage, you could be using any which way. The crux here would be consistency. If you can maintain the consistency as a teacher to help your students reach at a certain level by reading material at the level that they are and taking them to the level that they need to be on. So that's the kind of bridge that we need to cross. So Reading Coach is now available. It is available for everyone. Anyone who has a Microsoft ID, and in case you don't have, you can always create an Outlook account. You can access Reading Coach online. I'll show you where and take you there. But what does Reading Coach do? I'll explain to you very simply. But before that, let me tell you, Reading Coach is something that has been made so that anybody, from your teachers to your parents to your siblings to your grandparents, could be of help to the student to help them improve their learning skills. And you know what? If I could say this in Hindi, कहानियाँ सबसे अच्छी तो ना दादा दादी ही सुनाते और सुनते हैं. So, if you believe that stories can be told, or, you can have a great story companion, I think grandparents are your best companions. They love stories because they would pick up from those stories and really make their own stories and give you more, and also talk about Hamare Zamane Mein, that is in our times. So why not take help from them and try and create an atmosphere of learning, which is not just fun, but also engaging and is consistent and is independent, so that you can actually practice on your own and you can create a unique, just generate unique AI powered stories, choosing your own characters, choosing your own, settings, and curate from a collection of options that are there. So there are custom story generation options that are there in Reading Coach. You have personalized practice opportunities. You have leveled passages. You have progress tracking. And you have inclusive accommodation features. Is there anything more that you could ask for? Definitely not. If we could actually leverage even this much, I think it's more than half the battle won. So, I will take you through some glimpses first, then take you online so that we can accommodate all kinds of questions or all kinds of interfaces that we need to. I'm going to pause here because I can see Rashmi ma'am has raised her hand. Rashmi ma'am, I'm going to allow you to speak. You may please. Okay, you've lowered your hand. Not a problem. I understand, these things happen that when you're talking, some button just about gets pressed and you were really not meaning to press that. And that's all right. So, um, reading coach, maybe you would know as a part of reading progress. So now you can give your students an opportunity to practice their own reading with exercises from reading coach in teams as well as outside of teams. That's the big difference because reading coach is now available as an independent tool as well. So, what can you do with it? First of all, personalize your reading surface. As you look at this surface, there is both immersive reader and reading passages available side by side. So, if you don't want to start really recording or reading, you could simply just start by personalizing your reading surface and read it. Allow the immersive reader to read it to you. Number two, uh, over here, you can choose, create, and add content. Exciting, super exciting, isn't it? You can create a story, you can read a passage, or you could paste a passage. All the three options are available. Let's say, I have a NCRT book. I have this passage, and tomorrow, ma'am has said that there is loud reading that's going to happen in class. And you don't know which paragraph is going to land on you, and you will be asked to stand up and read aloud. Gosh, those days, and I would duck under the table. I would not even have an eye contact with anybody so that no one would ask me to read aloud. But yes, all of us need to read aloud, and that is a part of our building reading fluency and also our reading abilities. So while it is that we look at having a very personalized kind of an environment here where you could actually pick up that passage from probably an NCRT book or your textbook and paste that passage here to help you practice that. Else, you could get more exciting things. Something like this. Yes, you have your own characters, and that too from different, genres, whether you want animals or fantasy or whatever. So I'm going to take you unlock those characters to make your own story. Oh, children love that. And when I say children, you would even count till grade 11 or 12 because they're, after all, children for us. Not only that, you have these options of creating a story, reading a passage, adding a passage. Then there are achievements. That is a running record of what you're doing. And you have history of what you have done and where you are. So here is where your parents or grandparents or your siblings or any of your buddies come in, wherein you can actually showcase your achievement or your history to the people that you want to. So I'm just going to take you to the side, but before I take you there, I want to give you a glimpse. Your results are available something like this, which will give you your pronunciation accuracy, your reading time, and the words to practice. And you can continue to practice these words using Reading Coach. As you practice, what will happen is these words will appear on your screen one by one. So these were your challenge words, and it'll allow you to read these one by one by breaking them into syllables. You have picture dictionary built in and more. Your achievement page will give you a glimpse that looks something like this. Another big announcement is that this is also available for schools. You can sign in with your school account as well, but currently it is in preview stage. This will be available to everybody very soon. So currently, if you want to do so, on this page, you will get, when you log in, on this page, you will get a preview link. Anywho, I'm going to give you that link right now today itself so that you have it very handy with you. Yeah. Now that I have given you just about a picture walkthrough through everything, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen once again, include my audio, and I'm going to take you to Reading Coach. And the URL for that is coach.microsoft.com. Here we are, coach.microsoft.com. This is my reading place. Now, why you see it like this is because I've already started reading. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go into incognito mode and I'm going to go for coach.microsoft.com, right? That's a brand new page that I'm taking up. I'll give you this link in your chat window as well so that you have it. So when you go to this link, this is the page which will greet you. Just give me 1 second. Let me drop this in your chat window and I will move onwards. Just give me 1 second. I think there is a hand raised. I will need a minute. Here you go. I've given you this link in the chat window and I'll take you to this. Now, this is what Reading Coach is. Now, what Reading Coach does for you is that it'll go ahead and allow you to personalize the entire system. Your setting will look something like this once you have signed up. If you look from top, it says this is the preview stage. Yeah, please do note this is the preview stage and it is available for schools now. Now, when I click on this icon, it'll open up in a new tab for me because I wanted it that way. And let's say I'm going to sign in with my school account, right? So when I click on this, it'll allow me to give you multiple options. Number one. Number two, if I want to start reading, I'll click over here. Yeah. When I click on start reading, it'll invite me to sign in. Now, at this stage, I'm using Maima's account to sign in over here. Just give me a minute. Okay. Now, as I log in, I will get a message that your IT admin needs to sign up. Now, this is the link to the form. When I click on it, obviously it takes me to the form. I can give you this link as well in the chat window. Sorry. I'll give you this link in the chat window so that you can give in a request for your school. So IT admins have to enroll. I don't want to drop this link right now because I know everybody will start requesting. I will request only IT admins over here to go and enroll your school. Okay, it's a super simple form. You click over here and it very clearly again says IT admins only. Kindly use only IT admin ID to go ahead and get this access, fill this form and submit it. You will be signing up for preview. Yeah. Now, going back to Reading Coach. Now, let's say I'm going back over here. I'm just going to close rest of the windows here so that it knows I'm not signed up and I have to sign once again. Okay. Now, as I scroll down this page, you will see you can personalize this. You can have targeted practice. It's inclusive by design and responsible AI. Now, that is the most important piece. You're keeping your learners absolutely safe because the principles of fairness, reliability, safety, privacy, security, inclusiveness, accountability, and transparency drive all Microsoft AI tools. It is extremely important for you to remember that our students should be in a safe environment. And here they are. So, growth is worth celebrating, isn't it? Well, don't worry. There are many ways in which they're going to celebrate you. I just earned the first timer. Okay. And as I reached number 5, that is 5 passages I've read, I'll get a reading streak. This is to encourage our students to keep reading and driving towards, your own goals. Now, on the home page, you can actually use learners outside of school on the web, like I'm doing right now, or download as a Windows app. Now, you could do that as well. I am using online version right now. If I click on start reading, it'll ask me to log in and I will. Additionally, there is also a educator community that you can join. Simply click over here. It'll help you join another community. And for IT admins, please join the preview from here, either from the top button or here anywhere. Now, for parents and educators, they are loving it and you can read many quotes here. Yeah. Let's start reading. I don't want to keep you waiting because this is one of the funnest thing that I would have ever done. So here you go. I'm just going to take one of my personal IDs here. And if it doesn't allow me to log in, I might go back to the other browser. Okay. All right. Let's go. There you go. I hadn't forgotten. Now it'll ask you To sign this agreement, please read the terms of usage here. If you're interested in Microsoft Reading Community in Teams, if you click here, you will directly be a part of it. Okay. Now I'm going to continue. Now I'm going to go ahead and say yes and continue. I have said yes to both the things. Therefore, I'm in here now. uh, Read something new. What should I read? I think I would love to create a story because that's what each and every one of you is looking for, right? So we're going to create our own story. However, there is a complete library, more than 100 passages available here for you to read grade wise, just the way you have in Microsoft Teams. I'll take you here as well after this. First of all, let's create a story. So help me build this story. It's about animals, or is it a fantasy, or is it a science fiction? Hmm, interesting. I'm going to take a pick from each of these. I'm going to take a cat. I'm going to put the cat in space probably, and now choose the level. Probably this wasn't something that I was looking for. You could actually go back over here. Once again, you go back, change your characters. That's what children do. Let them do that. I would love to pick up a unicorn. Where would the unicorn be? Unicorn went to school. Okay, now what happened? Now you could choose your level one. This is not the generated sample. This is an example sample to let you know that this is what the reading level is going to be. You could check out for grade 2, grade 3. This is showing you the complexity level of reading with the grade level. And if you can't read this, use Immersive Reader. Immersive Reader is built in here. I will show you at the next stage what it is. All right. Let's say I'm going to say, okay, grade 2 level, give me something of unicorn went to school. I'm going to choose level 2 here. Now this is generating a story for me, which is a combination story that has been generated. I'll allow it to use my mic. Currently, I don't want to read because you know what? When first time students get a story, they just want to look at it for some time, adjust the screen, personalize it, maybe increase the font size or decrease the font size. They first want to see how long is it? How much of it will I have to read? So you can actually use the indenting. You can make it closer or increase the spacing. Increase spacing helps you read better. You could change the font. For example, me for definitely can't read Calibri to save my life. One of the favorite fonts that students love to read is in Comic Sans, right? So I'd go with Sitka. And also, depending on what background color you like, you could actually choose a dark mode or any blue theme, green theme, mauve theme. Children love it, not just for fun. But we don't know. Sometimes there are disabilities in the classroom that exist that go undetected, things like color blindness and more. So here is something that I'm doing, right? Next thing, I'm going to use my magic wand. While I'm reading, I might as well work on my grammatical skills as well. We can highlight this, turn this button on, and the nouns will be in this color. The verbs will be in another color. Adjectives will get highlighted in another color and adverbs in another. Now, how do I know which one is what? Show the labels. Look at that. Such a wholesome view. So the students can not only read or work on their reading skills, you can also help them build on their grammar skills. All of your parts of speech are here. These are the essential parts of speech. You could toggle them off or switch them on anytime, one by one. You just want to see how many verbs have been used here, how many adjectives have been used here. You could actually toggle this to see. Now the third one. The third one allows me to bring in line focus. This is too much text. I'm going to go with line. So on the screen, as I read, you will see only one line appears and the screen will scroll automatically as I read. Yeah, wonderful, no? Another thing is that there is picture dictionary built within. Now, always there are words that I don't understand. For example, school. For example, what do you mean by a unicorn? Additionally, you also have a mic here. Now, I chose this as a horse. I didn't know this is a unicorn. Now I know this is a unicorn, right? How do you say this word? You can always hear it back.
Unicorn.
You heard that? That's how you're going to go ahead and make learning more exclusive.
School.
rather inclusive rather than exclusive. I said it the other way around. And hear the word before you can actually start reading. So,
sparkle,
what children can do is, I'll just remove the line focus for now. What children can do is come here, take a read on their own if they can. And if they're finding certain words difficult, for example, counting looks like a difficult word to me, right? The picture dictionary will help me understand what does it mean. And
counting,
this will help me know what is this whole piece trying to, or this word trying to tell me. Now you can go ahead. Sometimes I know these are rabbits, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
rabbits,
Rabbits, right? So this is how you're going to use this. Now, once I'm ready, I'm going to start reading. I've already heard this word. I'm going to just say it in my mind again.
sparkle, sparkle, sparkle,
I can click on it as many times as I want. Okay.
excited,
Now I've seen enough words. I think I'm ready. Now, once you're ready, you can go ahead, switch on your one line mode. Now I'm going to go from the top. So I'm going to go here. Hold on. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to click on Sparkle. I'm going to go here, turn on my line on, and I'm going to start recording myself. Okay, I'm going to speak like a child. Please be patient with me. Sparkle is a unicorn. He is going to school for the first time. He wants to learn new th- things like count, count, counting, and the he sees lots of other animals on the way to school, such as rabbits and cats. Sparkle is excited to see what is in store for him at school. Well, that was the slowest I read, but there you go. So, Sparkles, the first day of school, choose what happened next. So, it's not just going to give you this, it's going to give you more passages to read. If you're done reading, you could see the results. That's the power of AI. Give me a big round over there if you liked it. So, you could continue and you get options. Sparkle and the magical lesson, or Sparkle's first day of school. You click here and it's going to generate another passage for you. You remember what I said? If you are done, simply just say, I am done. Now, the child has seen this, but you know what? They're still not ready for reading. Most of the children will go just generate this, go back, and now they want to see where they are. Now, they'll keep going back. Now, once you go back to the main page over here, your story is parked over here. You already know there are three stages to this, and now you want to see your achievement. Go to achievements, and you will see over here. I have read in 1 minute. Time spent was 1 minute in reading. Reading sessions was one. Next, 82% was my accuracy, and correct words per minute were 38. Yeah, I got the badge of being a first timer. So that's the way this tool encourages you and gives you your progress. You want to see your history? You could go here to see where you were. You can read again or keep reading. That is, bring the next passage and start reading. Yeah. And this is how you're going to progress in your reading. Now I'm going to pause here and I'm going to see if there are any questions in the chat window. Suman ma'am, are there any questions there? I knew that. That's going to be your next question. So for Hindi, for Create Your Own Story. Currently, this is not supporting. However, in the coming months, you will see this support coming in. Here is something which is add a passage. I always have the most passionate Hindi teachers with me. Now, when you add your passage, you can always add your Hindi passage as well. Okay,
Meenakshi, before you proceed, two people have their hands up.
sure,
Means Vishwas
absolutely.
and Swati Bhushan.
I'm
I
going
have,
to,
yeah,
Hanji,
I have
please go ahead.
given her. So you can unmute yourself and
Swati ma'am, please go ahead. Oh, is the recording saved in history? Good question. I'm just going to check. Yeah, of course, because when you go to history and you click on your, 1 second, 1 second. When you go to achievement, it should be there. 1 second, let me just check. No, I don't see that recording saved anywhere, but I can only see achievements. However, if you're doing this in Microsoft Teams, which I'm just going to show you, it will be saved. Okay, thank you. I resolved your queries. Then I have Tatini Biswas, who's raised the hand, but I've not been able to get any questions from you. Do you want to say something? You can unmute yourself, please. Okay. Renu ma'am, don't worry. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a pause here. I'm going to first show you how this is going to happen for other languages, Hindi, Sanskrit, whichever language you have. Now I'm taking you to Microsoft Teams. Please remember, I'm now not in the browser. I'm now in Microsoft Teams. All right. For all the Hindi teachers or language teachers, French, Spanish, whichever subject you teach, please note over here in my assignments, I have multiple samples over here which I have created in Hindi as well. Yeah. So these are past due or return. Let me just check if I can catch one over here and show you. Otherwise, I'm going to create literally from scratch over here. Let me actually create from scratch. Forget, why rely. So where is reading progress or reading coach over here? This is my Microsoft Teams. I create assignments from here. I clicked over here. I go to create and I click on new assignment. Now, this is something that is new. This interface is new for you. Over here, I have learning accelerators. Either you can find reading progress here, or you can click on attach and you can find reading progress here. All right. So there are two places where you can find reading progress, either under attach or under reading accelerator or learning accelerators. Let's say I click over here. Now I'm in reading progress, which I have taken by a learning accelerators. There is a complete sample library over here. All these passages are in English. These are pre-generated content. Okay. Even over here, you will find, let me just go here. Over here, when you click on read a passage, look, you're going to find the same passages. These passages are powered by ReadWorks. Amazing passages which are leveled. If you can see 110 Lexile, 120 Lexile, 130 Lexile, and so on. So these are Lexiled pieces. And if you have a Lexile score, fantastic. You can map it to that and give your reading piece. If not, you could even go grade wise and it'll give you level wise reading passages at that level. Okay, now this is one. I'm not showing you this right now. I'm first going to, go for language teachers because language teachers have asked this question. Over here, I'm going to say import Word or PDF. Wherever in your system you have a reading passage, you could either upload it from device or take it from OneDrive. For example, in my OneDrive, I might have a piece, I'm just going to check if I can see rocks as my piece, because that piece has um, Hindi text. So let me just see if I have rocks over here. I have one rocks. Not sure if this is Hindi. I will take it. Otherwise, I'll just make one very quickly. Acha, theek hai. What I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this. Now watch. I'm going to convert this English piece into Hindi. ये लीजिए Hindi India. And what this will do is this entire piece will, okay, it didn't turn, it should. Now, this is, sorry, I'm so sorry. This is not that place. I'm so sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a piece in Hindi. I'm simply just going to pick this. I'm going to go to the browser and I'm going to get this translated. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm going to use this piece and I want this translated in Hindi. There you go. I'm just for the benefit of this session, I'm doing this. Okay. Otherwise, I could have actually opened a Word document and translated this. Let's go. Over here, I'm going to replace this with Hindi text. ठीक है? I have put Hindi का text यहाँ पर. I have called it. I'll put this चट्टानों over here to here. I know ये चट्टानों word नहीं होता, but just bear with me for not being correct in English, but just bear with me, okay? ये आपने detected language जो आपने हिंदी में change कर दी. ये एक tick mark है, इसे tick mark कर दीजिएगा. And then you enter the reading level. You don't want to enter, it's okay. Even if you want to enter, it's up to you. Fiction, non-fiction define करना चाहे कर दीजिए, नहीं करना चाहते मत कीजिए. Number of attempts. I will decide the number of attempts. Highly recommended is when you are starting off, keep it unlimited because many a times children make mistakes. If you fix it to 5, 6, or 8 or 10, then what will happen is they'll not be able to submit it just in case there are bandwidth issues and other things. Now, time limit. For the time being, don't set a time limit. But otherwise, you have the ability to set the time. Pronunciation, I'm keeping it by default right now. Reading coach, I've switched on. You can even add comprehension. Now, I'm going to turn this on, but I'm going to turn this off very quickly. Now, I'm turning it on. Minute I turn it on, over here, I get the option to write my own questions, right? मान लीजिए कि मेरा वो है Microsoft form है. I can give multiple choice questions or text-based questions here. This is reading comprehension, but you have to build it. However, the greatest news of all is that this is in developing stage right now, but the developers are working at using AI to generate comprehension questions. So the minute you give a paragraph over here, it'll automatically offer you to ask these questions and add your own as well. Yeah. So you could do either a choice or a text-based question. I'm just going to pick up this and I'm going to put it here. I can't type in Hindi right now, right? So I'm just going to put my question over here. And what we will do is I can't even write the word kya because I don't have the option. Now, the correct answer is 1, 2, or 3 is what they're supposed to tell. You can make it long or required. I could have actually, and you can even add points. Let's say 1 point for each correct answer. I could have made this even a multiple choice and given them choice of, let's say 3 to 1. Let's say I'm going to write this. And my option 1 is 5. Uh, and then just a minute, 5. Let's say this option is 2 and another option now over here is 3. Now they have to choose कि कितनी प्रकार की चट्टानें थी, अलग अलग प्रकार ने चट्टानें कितनी प्रकार की थी. This is required, and if there are multiple answers you can choose this and keep adding more if you want to, right? So currently I've added this as a question. Now I'm going to click on next. Now my my this thing is ready, my assignment is ready. Over here, if you want to make any changes, you can go back to make changes. Reflect check-in is something that is extremely important. Please do keep a reflect check-in. Over here, it'll come all by itself. Okay? If you want to edit the assignment, you can go over here, edit the timeline, when do you want this submitted and other things. All right. Now, if you want to edit anything in the assignment, simply click on your assignment. This pop-up will come automatically. You can close this. This any changes that you made will be lost. I'll say okay, and I haven't made any changes. Now over here, you can actually write, let's say, reading Hindi. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assign this to my students. Let's say I assign this. That's it. All you need to do is do this. Now, how will the students see it and what will they read? You can always preview this for students. Let's say I'm going over here. Oops, I think it's still going. Yeah. Now over here, where will the reflect together mode happen? All of that you can preview over here. Once this opens up, I want to show you what is the student view going to look like. Now this is the student view and it's going to ask you that you want to read. All the student needs to do is simply just click over here and it'll come up with the passage. Now, when it comes up with the passage, it's going to ask you to switch on the camera because right now the camera is not on. I will not do this assignment for you. I'm just letting you know that the camera will be on and you can start reading. If you don't want the camera, in your settings itself, you can say camera not required. Okay. Now you can edit your assignments. Let's say there's something that you did not do properly. You could always go here and edit your assignment as well. Click here, open in Teams, and you could start taking a mock test as well. I'm going to pause here, see if there are any questions. Any questions, anyone?
There is a question, Meenakshi. If we
Mhm.
want British English for reading pronunciation.
Why not? So over here, okay, I'm again going to pick up the passage. This time I'm going to take up rocks, okay, so that I can give you a preview into English and Hindi over here. And okay, let me take shark facts. Okay. Now here you have the option of by default, this has detected this to be English UK. You can edit this and let's say you want to make it English US or any other English, you can always choose your language or change your language over here. Yeah. Let me do something fun. I want to show you reading in English and Hindi. Okay. So I'm going to pick up just the first paragraph from here and I'm going to make a blend of English and Hindi. Um, okay, here you go. I'm going to send them an assignment which has both English and Hindi in the same. Look, it's already given you that it is colors and not and U needs to be added. Therefore, it'll show as a spelling mistake. I'll say okay. No comprehension required. Um, if you want, you can add comprehension. There's no need in case you don't need to. Let's say next. Now, there are two passages that are going to the same student, which means you can send multiple passages as well. I'm going to update this and the students will have both the passages. Let me go now and show you as a student how is it that I'm going to read this. Let me log in. Let me see if it logs me in into my Mars account. My Mars, my student in this team. I'm going to do one of the assignments because in the pause, I mean, due to the lack of time, I'm going to take up just one of the passages. That's why I accommodated both the, languages in one passage. Just a second. I hope it allows me. Any other questions till I enable this?
Meenakshi ma'am, we have one question from Anju Hanji ma'am. Is British available? That is
British is
already
UK.
answered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
British is UK English. Yeah, it is available. Okay, let me try one more student of mine. If this is a student and the assignment has gone to this student, let me try. Any other question? And that was Dvita for you. Thank you, Dvita, for joining us. Just bear with me. Sorry. Any other questions that come to your mind, please just throw them in. And as a teacher, I would love to use this in my classroom for I think every activity possible, in the sense that if my students can actually learn, I would give them every subject. Why only English, Hindi, or French or Spanish teachers have to use this tool? I think every teacher should be using this tool. It's such a beautiful piece. There you go. Look, I've got this assignment from my teacher, which is reading assignment, and I'm just opening this. Now this was a science piece sent by an English teacher. Even the science teacher can send this, right? Okay, I'm not a student in this team. Therefore, I can see this view. Um, okay, let me still try student view. Let me read this for you. This is facts. Okay, let's see how this loads up. If this loads up fine, I'm going to show you. Otherwise, I'll let you try this in your system. It should show up. Should actually show up here as well in my Teams app. Let me try here as student view. Let me go here. Okay, I don't want the camera. Now I can go ahead and start. Okay, I'm going to read like a student. Shark facts. There are almost 400 different kinds of sharks. Each kind of shark looks different, has a unique diet, and behaves differently. There are sharks in the four oceans of the world. Some sharks are longer than a school bus, while others are so small they can live in a fish tank. Sharks come in all kinds of colors. क्या सभी चट्टानें एक जैसी हैं? बिल्कुल नहीं। चट्टानें अलग-अलग आकार, बनावट और रंग की हो सकती हैं। 3 अलग-अलग प्रकार की चट्टानें हैं जो किसी चट्टान Now, why I left this was because I want to show you something, not because I didn't want to read, because I want to show you something. Now, as this happens, students will read this and use this as a recording. When they use this as a recording, there will be a pop-up which will give them words that they did not speak correctly. And then they close this. And once they submit this assignment, there will be insights available to you over here about every student. Oh, Duhita Parmar has turned it in. Thank you, Duhita. You're an amazing help here. There you go. Now, when Duhita turns in her assignment, I will get over here. It's still getting uploaded. As this gets uploaded, look at this. There is a reflect, and I can view the trend that while my children were reading, how did they feel about it? By the way, Suman, even I think you are a student in this team. Look at that, cheerful. It just tells me the trend, or it gives me a feedback about how my students like this. This is available only in Microsoft Teams right now, not over there. Yeah. So let me just close this and see if the turned in passage has loaded. Okay, Dita hasn't uploaded. She's just, okay, she's not really read it. Let me try once again, but if you have any questions till then, please go ahead and ask me. I'm happy to answer any questions that
There
you
are
want.
there are
Yeah,
two questions,
yeah. Go
Nakshi.
ahead,
One
please.
is Marathi available? And the other question is, can we get the recording of today's session?
Yes, of course. On our YouTube channel or our Instagram page, you'll have all these recordings and everything. And I'll urge you to follow us there so that you have these recordings. I'll just give you the link to, follow us. And you may please follow us on these pages and you'll get the link. Give me a minute. It's just still trying to load up. If it loads up as a student, yes, it did. Of course, it had to, right? Here you go. Maima is a student. I'm going to go ahead and read for you once again. And I am going to um, use only the second one because it has two languages, because I want to show you that na sirf English, but Hindi ke liye bhi it'll pop up words. And yes, for the language check, in the meanwhile, I will go over here, take another assignment, a very quick one for you. Here you go. I'm going to go with assignment and I'm going to create an assignment. Sorry, just a minute. Here you go. I'm going to create an assignment. Check new assignment over here. Let's say I'm going to go with Learning Accelerator, reading progress. That's how you go. Insert from my OneDrive. I will take up a piece here. Okay. I have kept it at specific places. Kindly bear with me. Okay, rocks, attach. Now, when I use this, if you want to check what all languages are available, go into edit mode, take this, scroll down over here to see if your language is available or not. Come on, who asked for it? Come on, give me a big round of applause there. Yes, Marathi language is available. So
That
you could
was
translate this.
Nivedita Sawant.
Nivedita ma'am, a big shout out for me, please. So here you go. You can actually scroll over here and see what all languages are available. There are multiple Indian and foreign languages between Punjabi, Marathi, Gujarati, Urdu. All these languages are available. So you can look over here. Multiple languages are available. Yeah. Okay, let me go back to here. Okay, assignment, please load. Okay, refresh. Now over here, under assignments, I will see that my assignment is, hmm, it's like Maima is no longer a part of this team. Okay. Any other question till this opens? And please keep your fingers crossed and be with me as I'm trying to, get you this. What I want to also show you are important insights. Now, till this opens, I'll let it open. Till this opens, I'm going back into Microsoft Teams. Now, what happens over here is, let's say I'm a grade 4 teacher, right? The grade 4 teacher is the one who's been creating assignments. Over here on the left side, you have insights. Now, these insights are available over here for reading separately. Yeah, you could just go to reading, jump into reading to see. Look at this. It's giving me an overview of my class, words per minute read on an average over here. Which week or which passage did they take how much time? The challenging words are here. This is your class's word wall. These are the words that students find challenging, and you could actually look at these words and put them in your word wall. This tells you your mood trend. Oh, look at that. Optimistic, cheerful, excited. This will give you many, many insights. Along with that, exclusive reading insights are available. This is the best dashboard that I've ever seen. This dashboard tells me that the average word per minute that my class reads is this much. This has gone up by 27 words, which is amazing, which means we're making good progress. Average accuracy rate is 57%, which is very low. I have to work on this. Although it has come up by 34%, I still need to work. Assignment per students. How many students have submitted the assignment? Challenging words for my class. You can straight away from here create a challenge assignment. Choose the words that you want to include. You want to include more words? Go ahead and include more words. Yeah. Which, however many words you want, you can include over here from your passage and give them these 17 words as a new assignment. When you click on create challenge assignment, the same way you have created the other assignment, this also opens up and you can create a new assignment over here. Yeah. So that's the best part, that I get to see everything in one go, an overview, a beautiful overview of how my students are doing. Send them this, that's it. And your word list is out. You can simply just assign this to your students and your word list is done. It's so simple. Yeah. I'll go back once again. This is Teams.
Meenakshi ma'am,
Last, Hanji, just one
I've
minute.
just
Last,
uploaded my that if you can have a look at
sure,
it.
sure. Thank you. Here are insights. I went into insights and went into reading. Over here, I was showing you all the insights. Now, look at this. This is a graphical representation of my class. Additionally, you can even see student wise. Like, for example, for Mahima, Obviously, she did not read it. I did a mock session. This is not her reflection, but I get a complete view into how has she been progressing. Her mispronunciations are low, but her reading accuracy is something that, probably I need to look into, or her omissions that she just doesn't read the whole passage. So if this is habitual, I can go back and point out, hey, Maima, you've not been reading your whole passage. Why don't you try reading it? Yeah. So these are amazing insights. Now I'll go back to my assignment, show you what Dvita has read and submitted. I'm going over here and I have seen that Dvita has viewed this. Now, and Suman has viewed this. Do you see this is the insight that I get? Yeah. When I go over here, you will see Dvita, it hasn't come to us yet. I'm going to close this and it hasn't been turned in. So possibly she's viewed it, but not turned in. Just see in case it works for you. I'm trying desperately over here that it works for me on this browser for Maima and I can showcase. So, any questions? I know we are now almost on time. We are almost wrapping up. I hope I've been able to tell you everything from reading coach to reading progress within Microsoft Teams. So, reading coach is something that is available on the website coach.microsoft.com. Reading progress is available within Microsoft Teams. Again, there are no costs attached. This is available in A1 version also. You can easily go ahead and see, your A1 versions. Go to Teams and find this. Start using. I'm going to pause here to see if there are any more comments and try and see if Dvita's assignment. I'll refresh this if it has been turned in. Yes, it has. Okay, it's still not come in, but that's all right. I'm going to go ahead now. Dvita, which one have you done? Shock facts or yeah,
Sharks.
there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, so she's done this. Okay, now over here you can see. I will let you hear her also, and let me know if you can't hear her. You can see this entire dashboard. This has come automatically. I didn't have to do anything. This pink thing shows that she hasn't read it at all. This portion is what she has read, and within this, there was one insertion. There was some omissions that she made. Yeah, let's hear her.
Shark facts. There are almost 400 different kinds of sharks. Each kind of shark looks different, has unique diet, behaves differently. There are
Now, look, she said different differently. Maybe this is not insertion. So, what you could do is go over here and mark this as correct. Yes, US teachers have this power to mark a word correct, and the accuracy over here will change. Yeah, this is something that I wanted to show you. So, thank you so much, Duita, for this. You can even see if Duita practiced any of these words or not. No, she hasn't. Look, none of the words have been practiced as yet. Once she practices, you will see the number of attempts that she made, the tools that she used. That is, did she use the picture dictionary? Did she use the word to expand to see how could the word be pronounced? So all of those insights is what you get. Here, you get a view that she's very happy with this assignment. That's how she has responded to this assignment. You can see she's happy. Yeah. So this is exactly how you start, taking this into your classroom. I'm going to pause here and see if you have any questions, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Anything
Ma'am,
that you want to ask? Yeah,
how
go
we
ahead,
will
please.
get how we will get recording of the session is a question.
Yes, I know that's hanging. I'm just waiting before I give you the link to follow us. I'll urge you to please let me know if there are any questions. And after that, I'll put this on the screen and also give you a link to follow us on Instagram. We will be posting that link over there so that you can go ahead and stay connected with us not only come to this session, but we also have micro learning sessions that are 1 minute or 2 minute, micro learning videos that are available, and you could easily go ahead and learn over there. Yeah. So on your screen, I'm just about to bring in our, our piece of, our Instagram handle, and I'll urge you to go ahead and follow us there. But any questions till then? Any other questions, Suman?
Yes, there are two, Minakshi. One is how to where assess the reading skill, ma'am. And the second question is, can science teacher use this effectively?
Wonderful. Very good questions. Yes, any teacher who teaches or who wants the students to work on their English or language skills can easily use this. It's a super simple tool to use. You can get access from where I showed you. Otherwise, if you can't, I'm giving you a link to Microsoft Learn Educator Center where you can continue your learning, learn more about it, and probably that's where you'll get your access from. Did I answer both the parts or did I not answer one part? Suman, Duita, any other question?
So there's one question Mahalakshmi ma'am is asking. How do we assess the reading skill, ma'am? So,
Assess. Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
I think I missed out on that part. Assessing of reading skills per se will not happen over here. However, I would use the first three, assignments as my judgment to see if my students have learned or not, or what is their reading level. I would say take an aggregate, look at the insights to know what is their reading level, or you could even try some of the pieces. See, as a teacher, I know my students' ability to read. However, to gauge the exact level, these insights will help you. So you could pick up 3 to 4 pieces randomly, assign those pieces to them, and then see if the students are able to read or not. I would do that as a teacher.
If I may come in, Minakshi, this would be
Absolutely.
more of formative assessment because you have the chance to correct your students and, help them develop their reading skill.
Yeah, I'm with Suman on that. This is not a diagnostic assessment. However, I understand that teachers definitely need a diagnostic tool to see where are my students in their reading abilities. You could always pick up a bunch of pieces over here to see what level they read at. Like for example, when you walk into the library, what do we tell our children? Try and look for a piece. So open this book to the first page, then about go down a few pages, try reading, and then go down a few more and try reading, right? Ask them to close and open the book 5 times, land on a new page to see if this is your reading level or not. This used to be my strategy. You could use your own strategy obviously, but this worked for me for my child to gauge if this is their reading level or not. And once they start reading, that's when I help them understand that this is your reading level and this is where you are, and from here we will only go upwards. So it's a great way to let your students know their reading level as well, and for you to know. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen and I will request you to go ahead and scan this. I'll give you the link as well in the chat window till then for our Instagram page to follow. You will get the recording over there. I will be posting this in my class. I have this, can it be used as a class activity? If you have devices in your classroom, I think it's one of the best things to do that the student should read in front of you. But you know what? You will need a quiet place for students to read for a very simple reason that they will get recorded. So the recording will have multiple voices. So the best idea would be if you could actually give them a quiet room to read and they could read over there. But great questions. I'm loving it. So if you're taking to your class, do let us know that you did take this to your class. We would love to, share with you many, many more things that you can do with reading progress, bring you more practices. On your screen now, you will see this QR code that you could scan to follow. And in your chat window, I'm posting the link for you to follow on Instagram to get a recording of this session. Even for the recording of the previous sessions that we've hosted, you will find these recordings available on our Instagram handle. So you could scan this, please. And of course, if you're leaving, thank you so much for joining me here today. And it's always lovely to come and share these amazing tools with you, and get to speak to you, get to meet you here. It's a great pleasure for me. Thank you from me, Duhita, Suman. We are here to engage with you, to talk to you. Anything that you need, we are always available. And if you want to request a session, please go ahead and write to us at education@dpedagogics.com, dropping that also in the chat window so that you have our email ID as well. Yeah. So please go ahead and follow us on Instagram. It'll be great to keep staying connected with you over there. And Duita, thank you for dropping that. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here. We will very soon be posting the link to today's recording and the two previous recordings that have happened in the last week of March. So you can expect. And our next session is on 30th of April. 30th of April, we will be talking about the next set of updates for Microsoft tools. Do come back. Would love to meet you here and interact with you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening ahead and take care. Oh, for the code or the certificate, please note that process from Microsoft is on halt right now. It's not available. I'm going to send a link into our chat window for Microsoft Learn Educator Center so that you can continue your earning certificates in that whole piece instead of just being here. I'm giving you reading guide over here in the chat window, and you can go ahead and use this as your guide and your learning place. When you go over here and complete your course, you will get your certificate as well. Okay, so you don't need a code. You can simply go here and start your learning journey. As you scroll down the page, you will find courses and resources available for this.
Minakshi, just one question here
Sure, sure.
by Rajpal Kaur. How it can be used for kindergarten students?
Oh, I love it when I use it with my kindergarten students. You can upload your own sheet. So what I do is upload your own document, just give them few words. So you know what I do is, let's say we are practicing family words. We are practicing EN words. Hen, ben, ken, men, whatever you want to write. Just write it on a paper. You saw the challenge sheet that was sent out. It only had words. Send out 5 words, practice, and let the students practice using this tool. You will love it. The way they're improving, their reading improves is absolutely amazing. It's phenomenal. Any other question? Okay, great, fantastic. Thank you everyone once again for meeting us here. Absolutely loved it. And we look forward to seeing you on 30th of April and share more updates with you. Thank you. Have a very fun evening ahead.